All right, wonderful people, lovers of freedom. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to each and every one of you. Welcome back to Let's Talk TV, your one and only YouTube platform, where they give a back-to-back updates on how things they be, on how things they share for Biafra land and beyond. If you're joining us for the first time, remember to subscribe and turn on your notifications too. Also remember to like and share this broadcast as it is hot. All right, my wonderful people, the latest one with the buzz brains at the moment. Yeah, we say yes. Woto don't land on top these people head. So they, their army chief Musa, don't come out. They cry out, say, men. He say, no men, no fit function again as they are collecting or as they have been collecting heavy fire and has been collecting Woto normally from the Biafra forces, from the Biafra Liberation Army or the BRF or Hani Lecha. They've been actually very active. I know how active the Biafra Liberation Army have been, and the Biafra National Guard, and every single one of them have been putting maximum effort to make sure that every single thing we are doing at this point is actually being noted and is actually being taken down, because we cannot take rubbish from these people. Not saying Woto is what they actually need, because if you leave them, they would put that same Woto upon us. They would want to actually cleanse. If you see the kind of massacres they're trying to do, if you see the way even this man Sanwo-Olu is looking for a way to destroy Igbo properties, maybe to stop us from having funding when the time comes or whatever. I don't know what his plan is in Lagos, but then a whole lot of things has been taking place. And it is very important that even as we are right now, we get to understand the fact that this fight is not a fight for the weak. It's not even a fight for people that are not ready, that would give up at any point in time. No, it is for people that are ready to put in everything that they've been doing. This is for people that are ready to put in all their might to make sure that things actually turn out well. Because if things don't turn out well, then it would have been of no use. And first of all, that is why the PM likes to let every single one of them know that, you see, this particular movement, it is for the good of everyone. Yes, even for those that think that they don't need it or whatever it is, or they would stay in the north when if Biafra comes and everything, you see that one way or another they will end up running back, because they now suffer. The kind of resources we had, I feel like people do not even understand the major resources that we have, and what we have for us on our own. Because if they I feel like if they understand, they will understand how deep and how far we are even going to be able to go or how far we can go with everything that we have. It's just that at this point we are being exploited. All our resources are being exploited by the Fulani jihadists. They are able to use it because of course they are the ones in control. But then once we assemble and once we get our Biafra freedom, once we are voted in, our Biafra declaration, every single thing, and our referendum is sure. Like people, you would see the resources that we have, and you would see how far we are even able to go. Because I feel like some people don't understand what we have. I feel like people do not understand what we have. See the small thing that OT did in Aba, and see the amount of investors that are flooding into Aba. It just shows you how things would actually work out, because these things will no longer be an issue. Yes, they will no longer be an issue in each Biafran state, in each southeastern state, as it is right now, because it is something that will become a necessity to be put in every state, so that there will be investment coming from all around. And there is no way an investors will be coming from all around that there will not be employment for 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 youths that are coming out, with companies that will be rising and everything. Maybe it just makes a whole lot of things better. That is the truth of the matter. I feel like this thing OT did is just a tip of what would happen if we actually get Biafra and people actually come to understand what is actually going on. We would actually be able to triumph successfully. But for now, we need to do the work part. We cannot jump to those parts without doing the hard part. And the hard part is this part that we are in right now. The part to actually fight for our freedom that has been going on for the longest of times. And we need to put in everything we've ever had, our sweat, our blood. People have died on this cause. People are ready to still die on this cause, even at the moment, because they know what it is that our people have been suffering. We know how many innocent lives have been lost, even in this fight. And that is why at this point, people do not really care about the things that are happening. We know we have seen the strong decline in the situation of things, even as it is now in the so-called Islamic State of Nigeria. If you come, you see how things are so bad. You cannot even imagine how bad things are at the moment. But then, now so it dey be right now. But then waiting una go talk. What can you say about it? You can just be waiting. You go they do now just to the watch. It is that bad. It is actually that bad. But then we need to be able to actually do the needful things that are expected of us, so that we would be rated on a very high level. And that is the truth of the matter. The main thing here, why are they coming into our land? If it's not for a takeover, I don't know what else it is. Because right from time, I believe what these people have always wanted is to take over our land. Because you enter the streets of Owerri, you enter the streets of Anambra, you enter the streets of Ohafia, Igbo land, you'd see Hausa people, mosques built everywhere. And these people are able to like wake up one day, enter there, do whatever they want. The places where they are mosque or where they pray to their Lord on Fridays are being filled, or is being filled with all these Hausa and Yoruba Muslims, covering the roads, blocking the roads, stopping movement because of the fact that they are praying to their God. You don't try that in their rural areas. You don't try that in their place in the north. They will take you down. They are not in support of anything Christian, and if you are a Christian in that place, which means you are hiding as a Christian. But then they come into our place and we give them that accommodation of, hey, the peace we have here, and how we would always want to accommodate them in anything they do. And this has given them the morale to feel like they can take over or do whatever it is. Go to people's universities, you see these people there. You see that they are now the ones riding bikes, and these are all steps these people have taken towards taking charge of the Igbo land. And it is very heartbreaking and very bad that these are the things that are happening. You see that in every state, one way or another, especially in Owerri, there is an Amawusa. That place they call Amawusa, that is where it's as if they've been given that place. I don't believe anywhere in Biafran land these people should be allowed or given a place where they can stay. Because their mission is to take over, encroach and take over, give birth, have lots of children wherever they are. They do not even care. They breed their young ones anywhere they find themselves, and they come out and beg, and that is how they live their lives. And so these are, you feel that they are just people that are begging. It's a lie. These are things that they use to encroach into the land they want to convert, and they want to take over. And that is why we need to be alert as Ndi Igbo. We need to really be at alert to make sure that these things don't affect us. These things don't find us one day and end us. Because that is what it's aiming for. That is what this whole mission is aiming for. To cleanse Ndi Igbo. But of course, we are not supposed to allow that to happen to us. We are not going to let that kind of thing happen to us, because we are Ndi Igbo. And we expect, this is our land. This is Biafra land. The fact that these people have rejected giving us our land, or they've rejected giving us our referendum, so for us to stay on our own, does not mean we'll allow people to encroach into it. And thank God for PM Mazi Simon Ekpa, that has decided, that have taken it up to his head, that has carried it on his head to make sure that the movement is not forgotten. The movement is carried up. The referendum is not a mission to be given up on. And that is why a whole lot of things are happening right now, because of the movement that has not been given up by people that have dedicated their lives to fighting for freedom. And so, my people, if you think that maybe you are not in support of Biafra, that is fine. Finally, when we get it, you can stay with them. You can stay with people that are ready to oppress you till death, that are ready to shoot you if you mess up, that are not even in support of Christianity. The only thing they want you to worship is that their God, which is the Muslim, which is their Allah. And then you would understand that there is no place that is better than where you are coming from. Yes, and that is the truth. People always wake up and say a whole lot of things concerning how we cannot stay on our own, or how we cannot live on our own. but then we've been able to live with people that are not interested in our progress. They are not interested in anything we hold dear. They've only ever wanted our failure. They've only ever wanted anything that will bring us down. That is what these people have always wanted right from time. And the earlier we get that into our skull, the better for us. They are not interested in us. They're not interested in us making it in any way. They've always wanted to take over. They've always wanted to have access, benefits from all our businesses and things like that. And that is one of the reasons they've decided not to let us go. But then we are not backing down on anything that concerns the Biafra movement. And so, my people, this is where we come to the end of this particular broadcast. Thank you for joining us. Remember to subscribe and turn on your notifications too. Thank you.